Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to more Virtue's Last Reward, with this special celebrity guest still here.
I'm not here. I'm everywhere.
Dun dun dun. Oh yeah, we were in the laboratory. Because we decided we wanted to hang out with Dio.
Yes.
Lab music.
Why? Because I want to get him out of the way. So we can move on to Kay.
Yeah. Okay, there's a lot to look at here. Let's go all the way to the left, maybe. That seemed like a good plan.
Oh my god, that's so trippy. I hate it.
Okay,
Oh,
look
also,
at that, so I guess it's nothing important. Okay, yes.
I am doing better.
Yes, she is less sick now.
Yeah.
The lion eating the sun.
Oh.
The scalpel. Pretty fancy tray. Is that a cat playing with a ball of yarn? Are you even looking at it?
Oh my god, shut up, Sigma.
It's a lion. How are you not kitten that? What? Sorry. It's a sort of tick I picked up when I was a kid. Whenever I talk about cats, I kind of, well, you heard it. That's pretty weird.
It's very weird, in fact.
Well, we got the seed.
Does not move around whenever you move it.
Hey, must be vacuums. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Very sticky seeds.
Can I fly into the back? Okay. More seed. That one's got a different
There are more seeds back on the other table and stuff.
The saline solution. A frog.
And a frog. Oh my god. We really are dissecting.
Look, it's
one.
Lord Hoppington.
Oh my god.
Don't give it a name. Oh, it looks like he's dead. Yeah, he's probably been preserved. I think the liquid inside is ethanol. How do you know? The smell. Really? Yeah, it smells like disinfectant, right? And besides, scientists preserve stuff in ethanol all the time. Okay. Lord Hoppington. These look like something you might put specimens in. Maybe, but there's nothing in them right now. I think we took all the ones we would want.
Oh, you know what's gonna help the dissection process a lot?
What?
Also, the seeds right there. Is naming the cadaver. That's really smart.
There's something on this tray. An empty capsule. Another empty capsule. It's a Pokeball with a little thing sticking out. More seeds.
All of the seed.
A binder. There's some paper inside. Ah, yes, Dio.
Let me see that. It says steps for dissecting a frog.
You found steps for dissecting a frog. You can review them in the archive. Remove the specimen from its preserving ethanol. Dispose of the ethanol by pouring it down the drain in the fume cupboard. The ethanol will be filtered and gathered in the liquid waste tank beneath the cupboard. Begin dissection using provided scalpel. Be sure to conduct your dissection inside the fume cupboard. Okay. A binder.
Looks like there's 2 pieces of paper in here.
Yeah, let's see here. Hydroponics research 1 and 2. Preparation of hydroponic fluid and seeds. Preparation 1. Prepare the 5 different hydroponic fluids. Dilute with ratio 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. Each fluid has a distinct color. Preparation 2. Prepare the 5 seed types of plant seeds. 2 long seeds, 3 round seeds. Research has shown that there is a distinct and repeatable relationship between the fluid used and the type of seed. These relationships can be characterized in the following manner. The long seeds failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Brown seeds in fluid B, yellow, and fluid D, cyan, failed to germinate. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C, green. Non-marked seeds failed to germinate in fluid A or fluid B. When the striped seeds were put into fluid D and fluid E, only one of them failed to germinate. I see. That's a lot to take in. I want to go dissect the frog. I think we have enough to do that.
Yes. I believe so.
Do I, like, put it here? Huh? Why'd they put a speaker here? That's a drain. What is wrong with you?
Oh, I see. You've got the frog there. Planning to take it out, I assume? You should probably pour the ethanol down the drain first.
Okay, how do I do that?
Click on it again, I suppose?
Okay, I'll just pour the froggy ethanol into the drain.
A froggy ethanol.
And set the frog over here. Okay, let me read the instructions for how to dissect this thing again. Which I never did in school, by the way. Okay.
Oh?
They had like a... They let me do it on the computer instead, but it wasn't a real frog.
Oh, I see.
Ethanol will be filtered and gathered in the liquid waste. Yes, yes. Now begin with scalp. Okay. Sigma, what are you gonna do with the scalp? Are you gonna cut Lord Hoppington open? Well, I don't really have a choice, do I? But poor Lord Hoppington.
What are you freaking out about? It's dead.
That's not the point. It's still sad. Yeah, it is kinda sad.
Oh, for the love of... This frog is dead. It is an ex-frog. Ugh, fine. I'll do it.
Hey, well, I guess that saves me the trouble.
Huh? Something came out of his stomach. A blue capsule.
A blue Pokeball.
How in the world did that fit in there?
Yeah.
He would have had like a bigger bulge.
Yeah. Lord Hoppington. Why? You left us too soon.
Shut up.
Anyway, the ethanol is collected down here, right?
The tank collects liquid waste. The ethanol I poured down the drain should be in here.
It's a little big, but I have a feeling we should take it. The liquid waste tank. What's this thing? What's this thing?
Who knows?
Guess we'll never know. There's the safe, there's
More seeds.
seeds.
Nice.
It's black. There's nothing going on. Is this a microscope?
I tried looking into the eyepiece, but it's pitch black in there.
Well, there are these 4 holes on top of it. Maybe we need to stick something in it. What, the seeds? Yeah, I think these holes would be a good fit. Doesn't it look like the size and shape are just right? Yeah, do it. She looks like a microscope of some sort. There are 4 circular holes on top. Clover seems to think I can insert something into the holes. Clearly not. Oh, maybe these? Little things?
Yeah.
I put one in. I can't put any others in.
Oh,
I
maybe
guess
it's the only purple one.
It needs to be filled with something. That one's got something in it. These don't. Be my guess. Let me fly way over here. More seed. What's this? What's this thing? That thing on the top looks like some sort of industrial strength lid. If you open it up, it looks like a blender or something. I don't think you'd use it for cooking.
Maybe it's for scientifice. What?
He doesn't know how to say scientific. Or he added an extra E.
Sure. Scientific. Experimentation. We are in a lab.
Yeah, you could probably pulverize just about anything with something this heavy.
Looks like a forbidden stand mixer. A binder.
There's some paper inside it. It says DNA extraction instructions. He found DNA extraction instructions. DNA extraction instructions. Proceed through the following steps to extract DNA from a plant's roots and seeds. Place the plant material in designated blender and activate blender. Once the material has been thoroughly broken down, add in a solution of saline water. The liquid will be filtered and dripped down into a beaker. Once it has done so, pour the ethanol into the beaker. DNA will collect at the bottom of the beaker. Use an empty capsule to collect it. Okay. We'll do that in a second. I want to continue looking everywhere. Like, whatever this madness is. I think that's what we do after we finish everything else, probably.
When would it assume?
Let's see if I can... I want to look at this thing. Guess that's nothing. Or it's like just this. Which I don't know how to do anything with yet, so... Swoosh back over here. This is what to do. So I said put a root in here, right? Let's start with that, maybe. Time to throw this root in the mixer.
I just remember Sigma biting things.
Eating everything. Never forget that's what Sigma's true madness is.
True.
The madness of Sigma. Alright, done.
The sin of gluttony. The 7 deadly sins.
Alright, I'll just pour the saline solution. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it. Eventually. Okay, looking good. Okay, what was it next? A capsule? What are we supposed to do next? What does the manual say? Well, step number 3 says something like this. The liquid will filter into the beaker. Add ethanol. Okay. Guess you should pour in the ethanol then. Yeah, that's... I forgot it was in this thing. Alright, next I need to pour the ethanol into the beaker. Then... I guess this should do it. I'm gonna collect it in one of these capsules, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna dip the protrusion on this capsule into the stuff in the beaker. Awesome, you got it all. The green capsule.
Filled with frog water.
There
And
we go.
plant juice.
Yes, frog water, plant juice. Everything that's green.
Right.
You finished that. Is there anything else going on here? That's just a big board. We got everything from the back. This we can't do anything with yet. Can't look at that yet because there's nothing in there, right? Try to use it again. Scope apparently. Circular holes in the top that fit the capsules we found. Don't worry about that yet. Now let's tackle whatever this thing. Well, first, hit that button. I want to know what that does. There's a large lever embedded in the wall. So what am I doing here? And look at all these pipes.
I think they run down to the beakers underneath.
There are handles where the pipes meet. If you turn the handle right, the liquid goes right. and if you turn it left, the liquid goes left. So maybe if you put it in the middle, half goes to the left, half goes to the right. What is this liquid then? Probably water. What do the numbers mean?
Are they supposed to indicate the amount of water that flows out of each pipe? There aren't any units, but it looks like 80-somethings of water comes out of the center pipe. And then each pipe after the split gets 40.
So we're supposed to regulate the flow of water with the handle so that each beaker gets the correct amount.
Yeah.
How do we get the water to come out in the first place, though? I think you probably just pull that lever over there on the right. Like this. After turning the correct levers, pull down on the lever on the right to pour water into the beakers. Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh, no, 40 water goes this way. And we just end up with 40 water, right?
40 water.
If I just do this, what happens? So I just want to know what we're dealing with.
The whole place floods.
Okay,
Wait,
we won.
Oh my god. it was the obvious solution was the thing.
I don't know how that puzzle works then, because we just won. We put the water into the beakers, and all the lights are green. You did it!
Oh my god. Of course it was that easy.
Hey, you remember that hydroponics thing you found? Didn't it say something about preparing 5 types of seeds? You've got them all, right? Yeah, I have 2 types of long seeds, 3 types of round seeds. Then maybe you should put them in the beakers. If you just grab one of those seed containers, you should be able to put them into one of the beakers. Okay, now we need to look at the hydroponics research. 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. I assume we already did that part. Each fluid has a distinct color. We got all the seeds, now this is the part we have to know. Okay, we gotta do a puzzle.
Oh my god. There's so much stuff.
Let's see. Long. No, let me just draw a long seed. Round seeds. Then there's marked and not marked. Let's see. Long. I don't know if I know how to draw this right. Well, let's just do the math. The long seeds don't work in 3 of the fluids. Okay. Round seeds in fluid B. Yellow. Let me just write everything down. Yeah, right. Round seeds in fluid B is a no-go. And also D. Okay. No marked seeds work if they're in C. Let's see. Non-marked seeds don't work in A or B. And when the striped seeds were put into fluid D, the striped marked, I'm assuming so, and fluid B, only one of them failed to germinate. Okay, that's interesting. What kind of seeds do we have again? Got orange, got that one.
The B, C.
I guess I should have drawn all these. Give me 1 second. I should try this again. Got a long one like that. We got a circle with marks. We got a circle without marks. We have a long one with the marks. And then we have another round one with marks. Okay. Let me go off of what we have there. So back to this. Not this one, the other one. Okay. The long seeds refuse to work in something. Brown seeds in fluid B and D do not work. Get all that marked out. None of the marked seeds work in fluid C. Okay. Non-marked seeds fail in A or B. A, or what was it? B. I think I got it so far. Okay, when the striped seeds were put into fluid D and fluid E, only one of them failed to germinate. Which one? Let me see. The long seeds failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. So I'm going to assume that... No, wait, I'm confused. When the striped seeds stripe the same as marked, because that's what's confusing me a little bit. It's striping only the ones with stripes, so not the one with the other mark.
I don't know.
I don't know, let's just shove them into random ones. Okay, let's see.
I need it right the first time.
Okay, I want the round one with the lines. I think it was that one. This one. I want to put you in whatever color A was. A is red, so we're going to put you in red. Contains a liquid culture. Each seed requires a particular kind of culture. Place each seed in the appropriate beaker. Press X button to grab a seed, then place it on top of another seed to switch them. Press the check button after you put the seeds in the correct places. When each seed is in the correct culture, you will have completed this puzzle. I'm not sure what's going on, but here goes. You, I want you to go in that one. I said I want you to go in that one. Okay. We already got one in A, so assuming that is true. I will... It's that one, this thing has to go in color E, which I'm going to assume is the purple. Let me just double check. No, blue instead of cyan. Is this blue? Okay, that's blue, right?
Yeah.
This is the
it's
cyan.
dark blue.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
it's
see.
cyan.
I'm looking. Okay, that doesn't narrow the others down enough. Wait, maybe it does. Okay. I think the one that's just a circle goes right here. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Get in there then. Which means the long seed with nothing on it goes in D where it already is. Which means that the long seed with the markings has to go in B where it is placed. Okay, let's check, and if it's wrong, then I failed. Oh no.
Oh, so just switch the first and the last with each other.
Switch the first and the last. Well, did they switch with
Yeah,
the
because, well, they were both red. So I would assume that implies that they're both wrong.
Okay, 1 second.
So
Let me...
swap-
I have to do it all in the reverse order because it rejumbled them. So let's see. I put this one here. Didn't mark them all, you see, so I need to... No, wait, this one goes...
Yeah, that one was the first one.
Okay,
wherever
this
you
is the
put
order. Okay, which one did you say I should switch with what?
The two balls, the oval-shaped ones.
I mean, there's 3, or did you mean these 2?
Oh, no, well...
There's 3 balls,
Whichever one you had on the outer edge.
This one... And which one?
I don't remember. I hate that it shuffled him. Made things unnecessarily complicated. Okay, there we go.
You did it, Sigma. You've sown your seeds. Don't say that. Huh? Why not? Just don't.
Why, you two? Look at this.
Ah, a red caps. The Pokeball itself.
Oh my god. With the feeding tube.
Those are red caps sitting in the hole. It's old-fashioned Pokeball with the feeding tube before they digitized everything. You had to put the food for the Pokemon in through that.
Yeah. Sigma. Come here.
What's wrong?
I can see something in here.
What do you mean, something?
God, just look. It's easier than explaining.
What the heck is this?
Probably a simplified version of a DNA sequence. A is adenine. G is guanine. C is cytosine. T is thymine.
I think we can manipulate it.
Yeah. Looks like the puzzle has to do with pairing these bases.
Bases?
Yeah. DNA is made out of 4 bases. Adenine, guanine, guanine, I don't know how to pronounce that. Cytosine and thymine. However, you can only bind A to T or G and C.
Just
Might want to write that down.
write that down.
Anything else just won't work. These are called complementary base pairings.
You sure know a lot about this stuff.
I guess so. Anyway, you should be able to solve the puzzle now. Give it a shot.
Reposition each row so that each A is connected to a T, and each G is connected to a C.
Again, that's not common knowledge.
Press the X button to grab a row, especially since he's usually not smart with anything else. And then move it with the left stick to the letters match up.
Oh, okay. Okay, and another thing too, supposedly he works at like a circus. Which is funny to me, because how can you work at a circus and know so much about DNA? like where is the overlap here?
Let me see. Well, I'm trying to see how this works. Okay, so those are links. These are links. So it was A and T's need to connect? Does that mean like this? Is that what that means?
I would guess.
That wouldn't work. But now everything's weird. Well, that's a GC, that's a T and an A. It's A. Maybe if it's like that, it's fine. Okay, let's just work on these ones. Let's A and T. Does that work? Where's the check button? Did they say there was one?
No.
Oh no.
I would assume it just
Wait,
isn't
why does that
right.
one move by itself? That one obeys no one. It is its own master.
I'm my own master now.
Do 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 do. A T T dot. No, I think these are the ones that are connected, because these seem to move, so this is the only one that's wrong. Here. See, now everything is good except for right here, which we need to fix. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay.
You did it.
Ah, did it. Good job, Sigma. That was awesome. You want a treat? I'm not hungry. You're a turkey. What in the heck?
Stop screwing off. We don't have time for that. Now get over here and look at this.
Huh. There's something on it. There we go. I feel like we didn't use
Now
half the
bring it
machines
out.
in here, but I will not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Right. The less puzzles, the better.
This is the safe password.
Perfect. It's just what we need.
Yeah, now we can get in the safe. We have found the safe password. It's right next to it. Like, yeah, what was this thing for? Nothing, apparently.
I would make the assumption it's for the folder.
This is a safe, right? Yeah. It's just like the one in the ABM. I saw one in the infirmary, too. If we punch in the right password, it'll open up. At least it should. What if we make it so it just there's one safe that just doesn't open? Just to play with you.
I would be unhappy.
Look, the accelerometer.
Oh my god.
Yes, it opened. You did it. Okay, what do we got here? First is... Yes, take the map from underneath the bottle.
Yep, okay, sure. map?
It says floor B. The one I found in the infirmary said floor A.
So did the one from the lounge.
Then that would make floor A the top floor, right? I mean, we rode the elevator down to get here.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, let's keep looking. There's a lot of stuff in it. These are...
The key cards.
Each one's got a picture of a moon on it. And these have to be the cards the announcer was talking about.
Looks like they gave us two, just like with the sun cards. I'm a solo, so I'll hang on to one. Cool?
Sure, fine. Next up, we've got a notebook. There's a notebook in there. Ignore them, obviously.
Oh boy, that Excelsior. Not
Anything
important.
interesting? I can't read any of this. Are these even letters? The heck is this? Isn't it a journal? It's got dates and stuff. Maybe, but I can't read any of this.
What language is it?
Who knows? Maybe it's Brazilian. Portuguese.
Yeah.
They speak Portuguese in Brazil. Anyway, what else have we got here? Looks like two more things. Is that medicine? What's it say on the label? A-X-E-L-A-V-I-R Excelsior? Axe lever? Wait, didn't Luna say something about, Excelsior? You're right. This is it. This is Excelsior. It's the cure for Radical 6.
Whoa, hold on. Let me see that.
Later, we need to get out of here as quick as possible. Yeah, we need to get this stuff to Quirk. First, we've got to get out of this room. Yeah, but that's easy. You've got it, right? Key. Yeah, let's go. Again, we didn't do anything with that.
Yeah.
Guess it's just laboratory stuff. Loose on out of here.
Oh my god, I hate it.
No, wait, this is the entrance.
He looks like he's on like a conveyor belt. And I hate it. Just, like, turn your head or something. Stop being a chicken.
The lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? Yeah, let's do it.
Just get it over with.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, hold on a minute. There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
Oh, so now it has importance.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator?
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
And it makes a copy of IG. Which... was it in here somewhere?
I would assume.
No, but IG, immunoglobulin.
Oh,
Which is the thing that grants immunity.
It's like the same thing. Like you can put. Oh my gosh! So we can put the Excelsior in here and have a copy.
Yes. That would be real useful in another timeline, wouldn't it?
we should do that.
First, we continue this one.
Yeah.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff. So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah. Probably copies IG. Whatever that is.
Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Ice cream by the gallon.
Of course! This machine must be here so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl, you know that? In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one!
Oh my god.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
Since when did he stop? When did he start caring?
Yeah. He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
But we
right.
do.
Yeah, we do.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah.
The vial. Could you show it to me again? I
Wow.
didn't really get a good look at it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Excelavir?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. See, it's written right there on the label. Nothing else. That's how medicine is, right?
Oh yes, most definitely.
Excelavir.
You really are an idiot. Although
Huh?
I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back
I
now.
don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me?
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I'd curled my hands into fists. If Dio would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Darn it.
That's not fair!
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be.
You really are just taking such a different interpretation of everyone's way of playing that it's like, are we even playing the same game at this point?
So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
You gotta keep in mind, people who betray each other in the AV games, like both people, they get no points. People who ally get points. So, I mean, screw you.
Fine,
Gee.
I promise.
Sigma!
Oh, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works. But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and, well, you know what happens. See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
The one last self-satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room.
Are you really going to do what he says?
You want to rip his nuts off?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose ally and he chooses betray,
I know. I'll drop to -1, and that means I'll get penalized.
but that means
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quirk will...
so you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they are waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response. Silence.
Yep.
Awkward walk back.
I wish this was skipped. Just make a loading screen. I don't need to see all this.
An ambidex gate has been 45.
Sorry. I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio. In one of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned, and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. As was Phi. And, of course, Clover. Where's Tenmyuji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyuji and Luna are looking after him.
I see.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Accelavir?
Don't tell those other
Don't.
kids that you found some Accelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Beside me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? Phi only shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We've still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice, Kay, and Tenmyuji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Accelavir hidden somewhere in there.
God, what a bastard.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
I really just... hate him.
I'll... Alice is no longer our nemesis for sure.
Yeah, you know, at first I really hated Alice, and then the more awful things I see from other people, I'm just like, babe, you're far from the worst. Like, honestly.
I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quick's doing.
Then I will too.
Glad that's settled.
Oh, in case you're curious as to why I said it like that, my sister has a tick she does,
Yeah.
where she calls people babe. So...
I see. She nodded to Clover and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. Okay, then. Guess we should be going to...
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah, 1 sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? Nobody knew what Latin looked like.
I mean... Oh. Okay.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it has, like... Because I know Latin is derived... Or not Latin. English is derived from Latin, as is most languages.
Yeah,
so one would assume...
the Scandinavian language and Latin. But yes, you would think that he would recognize some words and not think it's a made-up language.
Right.
You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some
true.
kind of research log.
Well, it's kind of a dead language. Some people still speak.
Right. Just a small number compared to the vast population of the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was
Oh
nice
my God.
kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Vi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a one-to-one basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to the square root of 1/6, or approximately 1 to 0.408. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or the square root of 6 seconds, have passed outside.
Oh. So, okay. Back in the, security room or whatever, whenever Sigma, noticed everything was, really slow, and of course we already know this because Quark said something about things feeling really slow.
Or they sound really fast because the brain is slow, so everything looks fast. You mean, yes.
Oh, right.
They were talking high-pitched, remember?
Oh, true,
yes. Because your brain is slow, everything else is fast. Yes, that's what I think. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds had passed. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Because the Radical 6, yeah. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is as of yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact, 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason will become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, the swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats, who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. She is very good at translating this Latin.
Yeah, okay. I mean, most of this stuff in this game don't make a sense. How the fact that, like, people just have some extraordinarily abstract knowledge given their past experiences or job. And another thing, too, I think it was mentioned Tenmyoji's route that he was talking about something that, like, Radical 6 was introduced as, like, part of the whole Mars training or whatever.
Yeah, there was Mars training on in the desert somewhere. They had, like, a fake Mars base, and they were, since when they eventually send people to Mars, it's going to be like a time where Mars is on the opposite side of the sun from Earth.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't be able to communicate with Mars. So they had in this testing base, they had a blackout, as in no communications go in or out. And then when that blackout was coming to an end, that's when they got the message that apparently Radical 6 has been released. So, for whatever reason, Radical 6 was on that base, and they don't know why. Maybe it was part of the test that Tenmyoji didn't seem to know why it was there, but it might have been part of the test, it might have been just brought there by somebody else, who knows, but for whatever reason, Radical 6 was there, and then it got released.
In any case, I mean, I think it's like a bioweapon, right? Because that's like, out of all the things you can introduce in that sort of thing, that had to have been something that was completely external. Because, I mean, what does that have to do with what they were doing? It couldn't have been the people that were actually planning the whole thing.
Right.
I'm just saying it's an independent factor. Regardless.
Right. Someone else might have done it, yes. They didn't. Why would that have anything to do with a Mars mission? It's what you're saying.
Right. That's
Which means
exactly
somebody
what I'm
else
saying.
probably was the reason it was there.
I overcomplicated it.
Yes. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
Turns out Phi actually knows a ton of Latin.
Well, that's a lot of information. You did that in like a minute.
Yeah.
Deleted all that. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's, what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quirk was, well, trying to kill himself.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written. I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Excelavir that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written in this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
They're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters. Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up.
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
And then they decided to make us play a death game for the fun of it.
Yeah, that's... You see, that's a one part about it that makes absolutely no sense. If this was a quarantine, facility, there is no way you'd make them play a death game. Why even quarantine them in the first place?
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? But most importantly, why the heck are we playing the Nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
Oh my gosh.
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Vi had barely finished speaking before she took off the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
And with that, she opened the door and entered us. She was gone. Man, I let out a long, tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary. How's he doing? Okay, this video is 1 hour and 3 minutes long. Do you want to cut it off here, or do you want to just keep going?
Yeah, I think we should cut it off here.
Okay. So everyone, if you enjoyed this and look forward to more, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do, is have a nice day.
Feed the scene.
Bye.